Mega is an improvised satire from the staff of a fictional megachurch.
We are here, the Lord, we are here, and we're ready to podcast.
Hiya, I'm Hallie Labont, and this is Mega, coming to you from Twin Hills Community Church, where every single week we're giving our mega church a tiny family feel. We love to introduce you to members of our church staff and people from our community, and today is no different. And per usual, I'm joined by my co-host. He's the youth pastor for our high school ministry called Climax. Please welcome Gray Haas.
Christ is the way, and my faith don't sway. Hallie, how are you?
So blessed. I am so excited about this episode today because we have a brand new guest. Just like John the Baptist understudied Jesus of Nazareth, our guest today understudies our Twin Hills dramas. It's my pleasure to introduce Anatasha Blake Lee. Welcome to the program, Anatasha. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good, Hallie. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Anatasha,
this is a treat.
I have never actually laid eyes on you.
I bet you've seen my name in that program, though. I bet you see my name in that program. I make sure it's just as big as everybody else.
And that's amazing because am I right? Have you ever actually gone in on a program here?
Not yet, but I'm positive it's going to happen soon.
Oh, that is well. So just so people know what an understudy is, if someone were to get sick or die or get maimed or have some kind of injury that would prevent them from going into a program, or I guess even just be stuck in traffic, then an understudy is someone that would go in and take their place. So they need to know the lines, they need to know the blocking, and they need to know essentially the core elements of what that program is teaching that weekend. And that is your job, isn't it, Anatasha?
Grace, like you said, in case somebody has an emergency or if they want to go on a vacation or maybe if they've got like a peanut allergy that comes up, we got those potlucks. People bring in things all the time. You never know when somebody's going to get sick.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Which is so surprising that nobody has taken a vacation yet or, gotten a dangerous nut in their system.
Well, we don't run the dramas very long. I think part of the reason is because, it's a weekend and people, they're very serious about the actors in the church. They're very serious about their work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it feels like, people say always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I mean, here you've got all the lines memorized and you never get to feel the spotlight. But I know your time is coming, Anatasha. I really believe that. I feel the Spirit moving me, too, to give you a word basket of encouragement because I do think that God is preparing the perfect role for you, just like he's preparing the perfect, husband for you. Are you married?
I'm not. I'm single. I'm just really busy right now.
Oh, wow. That's just like you, Gray.
What?
You seem, I know that you're both busy and dating really is like a full-time job. I've heard people talking that just being on the apps is a full-time job when you're on Christian Friend Finder and having to swipe left and right.
It is, yeah. Well, I did want to ask you, Anatasha, about your name because it's, with actors, I'm always interested. Is that a stage name that you have? And why do actors always have hyphenated last names? It just seems like, your last name Blake -Lee. Is that just what actors like to do? Add their name?
Well, when you go to register your name with like SAG or Equity, if somebody has your actual name, you have to pick something else. And someone had my actual name, so I picked Anatasha Blake -Lee.
Oh, so you are SAG and Equity, even though you've never been on.
Yeah, well, I've never been on at the mega church, but sometimes I do stuff outside of the church. But
What sort of stuff?
Have you ever been to a corporate workshop and there's like a video that explains your job to you, that type of thing?
Yeah.
They call them like industrials. I've done a lot of industrials.
Oh, that's cool. We have to watch one of those industrial corporate videos once a year. We have to sit through this awful sexual harassment training. And I say to them every year, hey, guess what? This is a church, okay? Nobody around here is being harassed at all, okay? And I wanted to ask you as an understudy, because I know there are different types of actors. Some are method actors, some are what other types of acting there are, and some actors are just extras, and some are just understudies. Is that a category where you're just like forever an understudy?
Well, I think people do look at it like the bridesmaid thing that you said. I got that on my resume a lot, and it feels a little like these dramas. I think I could really contribute something special, but nobody at the church really sees me that way. I am backup. I'm the backup quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Just like you said, I sometimes feel like, and pardon my language, I got like stage blue balls,
okay.
I'm coming all the way up to going on stage and then not going on stage, and that's why I got to do these industrials, because I gotta get my kick someplace, even if it's not where my heart's really at.
Well, and I guess in your case, you're not coming because a lot of times you're not even asked to show up. But I do think I think it is important to realize that just because you're not in the limelight, as it were, it doesn't mean this isn't an important job. And we've had very close calls, haven't we? There was a program I remember a couple of years ago where everybody had gone out to Starbucks in between the afternoon program and the evening program, gotten into a terrible car accident, and I thought for sure, wow, we need an understudy to cover these roles. Of course, it turns out all of them just said, we're fine, and they played through the pain. But there must be other instances where you thought you were going on, but you just didn't.
Well, there was that time somebody got COVID, and they called me an hour before the show. And then when I got there, everybody had gotten sick, so they canceled the show because they said I tried to do a one-woman show. I told them I would. I was like, I know every part. I can do 90 minutes of just me and still tell this story, which I feel very passionately about, but they said no.
Yeah, and hopefully one day you will get to. And I did want to go back to that, the industrial thing. Does that also include, like, remember when they hired that Christian improv group to do a workshop with us, Hallie?
Oh, right.
I hated that. I just really hated that. And I was wondering, is that also something actors have to do? Just, teaching people that don't really want anything to do with it, how to do that.
Now, are you asking me if that's how I feel when I'm in an industrial?
Well, I guess I'm just asking, why do actors always feel like they have to do other jobs that people don't really want to be brought into? And, industrial commercials are part of that. We don't want to watch them. I feel like we shouldn't have to watch them. And improv workshops are kind of the same thing, if you know what I mean.
You know what, Gray? I'm feeling a little sensey right here, okay? Because it's really hard being an actor. All it is rejection over and over again. And most of the time, I'm not even getting paid.
Really?
I joined union so I would get paid, but nobody will pay me to do that, and I still want to get on stage, so then I offer to understudy. And it's really, really hard being an artist. It's really hard.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. And
it does beg the question, why though? Do you know why? Like, why, if it is so hard, and we hear this a lot from people who are artistic, why do it if it's going to be so hard? I guess that's my question.
Gray, have you ever been in love?
oh,
Unfortunately, I have a few different times.
wow,
Yeah.
really?
Well,
you had your heart broken?
Well, I mean, definitely Jen Hatmaker had pretty significant feelings for me. I would say those were met probably 50%, but 50% of a broken heart is still a broken heart.
Yep.
And, of course, I have gone through it as well with Minka, my first lady friend. Of course, she was eaten by a shark, and that was less of a heartbreak and more of just a shock.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
When someone gets taken from you, especially by a natural cause like that.
Yeah.
And when I say natural cause, I mean an animal.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the answer is yes.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire wrong. So then I'm doing IT, and when I go to plug the servers in, they become sentient, and they won't let us access our network unless we forward their chain emails and memes to more and more and more people, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant finds and invites best fit candidates to apply, so you can discover talent you may have missed. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
New Year, same extra value meals at McDonald's. So now get 2 snack wraps, plus fries, and a medium soft drink for just $8.
For limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
It's a little like being in love, it's not rational. And even if you only love it 50% of the time, you get your heart broken, a broken heart's still a broken heart. But it's just not rational. It's just like being in love. If I could do literally anything else, I would, but I can't.
Yep.
Wow.
I get it, because that's what a lot of pastors say is like, you know what? It's a calling. I've been called to the ministry, and, I might rather go have a well-paying, finance job or something. But, pastors are called. And I feel like actors, it's kind of the same thing. It's a passion. It's a compulsion. It's a calling.
So true. And how do you argue with someone when they say it's my calling, but they're bad at it? That is always my question, especially with a lot of the teens that I work with, because they'll say, I want to be an influencer. It's my calling. And I'm going, have you seen your TikToks? They're absolutely unwatchable, and you've got like 31 views. That isn't a calling, in my opinion. I mean, what would you say about that?
It's a little like church. Not everybody's good at it, but it's still for everybody.
Oh, I see.
Does that make sense? Sometimes the art form serves you more than you do for the art form. It's like some people are bad Christians, but it doesn't mean that they shouldn't try.
Yep.
And I guess it's different, because if you're a bad accountant, no one would ever hear about you. But acting, it's a different thing, because, you're up there, or in your case, could be up there.
You will be.
Or, and I think that is one of those things where, it could be your calling. If you're going to be called to being an actor, you better be good. Isn't that right? And I'm not saying you're not good. I'm just saying one day we'll see whether you're good or not, hopefully.
Yep.
Have you ever seen me in a put-in rehearsal?
What is that? I always hear that. Oh, we've got to put in.
It's when we put the understudy in with other cast members so that you get a sense of what the show feels like.
Oh, I thought it was a dessert.
I'll run one of my tracks, and all the other cast will be there, and we'll do the show. And sometimes they invite people, it's an open door policy. So maybe if you'd seen me, then we could have a real discussion about whether or not you think I'm talented.
Oh,
I guess that would be, wouldn't that be that kind of like saying, hey, come watch the Super Bowl before we play it? And I guess that's why I've never been to one, is because I kind of want to see the Super Bowl. I don't want to see the rehearsal for the Super Bowl.
You don't strike me as the type of person who plays sports or watches sports or knows anything about sports.
Well, I guess if you know what I mean, it's just like I do love I guess maybe Super Bowl wasn't the right thing, but I guess I'm saying don't show me the Super Bowl until the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have people watch like football practice, like Broncos fans, like you can go to the stadium and you can watch football practice. And I imagine it's a little bit like that,
Oh, yeah, like spring training.
Yeah. Are all the bells and whistles there? No. Is the quality significantly diminished? Yes, probably. But, my mom comes sometimes, and sometimes my friends who come sometimes, and they're very supportive.
So your mom and some of her friends come?
Mm-hmm. And some of my friends.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said your mom and some of her friends.
Some of my girlfriends, will come and support me.
Do they use a whistle on when they do practice? If the bells and whistles aren't there, so you're saying that people at a football thing aren't using a whistle? Do they not use the whistle? It seems like you'd have trouble knowing when to start and stop.
Oh, they yell really loud.
Oh, okay.
You know what, Anatasha? Forgive me if this is too personal a question, but why do actors like those improv exercises that they always subject us to on corporate training days? I act like I'm having fun, but I think they're so uncomfortable and awkward.
You know, sometimes you gotta find comfort in your discomfort. And that's what I think it's really about. It's about bringing you out of your shell and making you do things that you don't normally do. And then suddenly you feel more confident because you can face scary things, you know?
I agree with that. I mean, I guess I will say with the corporate improv workshop that we had to do a few years ago, we were doing a trust fall exercise, and Terry Shepard, of course, what many of us will remember, was in the middle. And because of her hyperhidrosis, no one really wanted to catch her because it was essentially like trying to catch someone who had jumped in a pool. And
She was slippery.
she was. And so I would say she went down fairly hard in front of a large room of people. And afterwards, she did say, I learned something, which was, I used to be afraid of being dropped in front of a lot of people. Now that I'm not afraid of it, although she was hit.
She had a bad concussion, yeah.
I've seen this happen before. My friend Megan was walking in this same trust fall situation, and you say,
Oh, now is this
"Me."
your mom's friend or your friend?
She's a family friend.
Okay.
Yeah, she's my mom's age, but I do consider her one of my friends.
Oh, your friends are your mom's age. So
Yeah, I
sometimes
like
they
to have
could be- I guess-
intergenerational friendships. I'm fluid
Okay.
like
Oh,
that.
that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Anyway, you were saying?
But, she said me, which is the thing you're supposed to say when you go to catch them, and she also fell. And afterwards, she told me that the thing she learned is that she can never trust anyone again.
Oh.
And I thought maybe that was the point of the exercise.
Yeah. Oh, it could just be the age difference.
As long as you learn something. Well, I got to tell you what, Anatasha, I have seen you go in. I'd like to go back because speaking of weddings,
Thank you so much, Hallie. Thank you
yeah,
for coming.
I want to assure Gray that you got talent, and I know you got talent because though you haven't gone in on a production on the stage yet. Speaking of bridesmaids and brides, I have seen you pulled in to understudy when a bridesmaid hasn't showed up in the chapel, and they just throw you in whatever dress that gal was supposed to wear, and you've stood up there and stood in for some weddings.
Oh, really?
And, yeah.
Do you have to do the toast and everything too?
Yes, you have to do some kind of speech. Now, this is one of my side gigs. Actors, you got to have a lot of side gigs. This is one of my side gigs, is that I'm there to be a person in any of your events. I can understudy a best friend, bridesmaid. I've done the maid of honor before.
Awesome. Wow, that's cool. Well, because they have to have someone in there because otherwise the groomsman's going to walk down the aisle without someone on his arm. And that doesn't work. And I mean, I've seen you in all manner of weddings over there in the chapel, and they've thrown you in some gowns that, honey, I'll tell you what, I don't know what kind of girl was going to wear that, but you get in that dress up there and you look about as comfortable as a chimpanzee would be in taffeta and tulle. But, sometimes when the dress fits, I think, yeah.
I've worn a suit before, a 3-piece suit. I've been a groomsman as well.
Oh,
And sometimes,
wow.
sometimes I feel more comfortable on that side.
I bet that suits you. Yeah, I bet a suit suits you. You would look good in a tux. I can tell. You got the frame for a tuxedo.
Yeah, I just, I think that's fascinating that, actors, I don't have a lot of respect necessarily for actors, but I do think that it is definitely a tightrope, a high wire act, if you will, because to just jump into a tuxedo and have to give a best man speech to someone that you might not know and have just kind of done a crash course on who the speech would be for, that's interesting. And I do think that if I was to pursue acting, which, I've got to do a bit of acting myself in my job, but I always thought I'd be a better spy because to me, spying would be high stakes acting because if you mess up the part and you give away the game, you're going to be tortured.
You're dead.
And that's interesting
acting.
to me.
Yep,
That's really
that's
interesting
acting.
to me. And because a lot of us are being tortured by actors anyway when we have to, do whatever they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, honestly, actors make great spies. I've heard before of actors who go in and help, if girls are being sex trafficked, they'll go in and they'll act like they want to buy them and then they'll help them escape.
Oh, really? See, I think I would be really good at that.
I'm your host, Stassi Schroeder. Welcome to Tell Me Lies, the official podcast. What's the most unhinged thing of season 3?
Steven, because he's so evil.
I do think he is misunderstood.
You see everyone face consequences.
It's intoxicating.
The writers just know how to trick you.
There's always a twist in this show. It's nothing you would expect.
Tell Me Lies, the official podcast, now streaming, and stream the new season of Tell Me Lies on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
This episode is brought to you by Stouffer's. Here comes 3-time juggling champion Natalia Rogers. She's juggling law school, her TA job. Oh, narrowly catches the laundry. What's that fourth ball? Parents unexpectedly showed up at dinner time? Is that too much for Natalia? Not with Stouffer's Chicken Alfredo and its mouth-watering mix of Asiago, Romano, and Parmesan. When you're juggling 4 things at once and the clock strikes dinner, think Stouffer's.
I think I could be really convincing that I would I'm going to buy this lady.
Hey, let's do a little improv exercise.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, do it, Gray.
I don't know. I hate improv. But okay.
Okay, you got it, Gray. You got it.
Okay.
Let's say that I've got a bunch of hot ladies that I'm selling. And you got to
falling.
Oh.
Thank you, Hallie.
Oh, I just barely caught him.
Okay.
You can trust me.
Do you feel sufficiently warmed up now that you did that, Gray?
Yes, falling.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Okay,
hot
so there's
ladies,
a bunch of
bring
beautiful
'em in,
girls.
Bring them in.
Uh-huh.
You need to convince me that you want to buy them and that you're going to take them with you and you're going to give me money, but you're lying. And so I want you to convince me to give you these teenagers.
Okay. Okay, are you going to set up the scene or do I have to do everything?
Oh, here, I can read the stage directions. I've done this before for my son, Day.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here's the stage directions.
Well, we're doing improv, Hallie. We're not doing stage directions. We have to pretend. There's not going to be any stage directions because we're in a sting operation.
She can paint the scene for us.
Okay, yeah. So you come in. You're a spy.
Got it.
You're going to save these girls from their ghastly existence.
Got it.
Where they're being trafficked for their sex deeds.
Okay.
And Anatasha here, she's a scary, big, burly Russian, German, bouncer-looking type.
Okay.
Okay, and she's offering you all these beautiful ladies, and we're a scary warehouse with lots of rust and dripping water.
Okay.
And lights up.
Don't know why that'd be important, but go on.
Did you bring the money?
I've got your money.
I would like to count it before you see the ladies.
Fine, but, typically when we do this, you're not really supposed to transact too much. But I assure you that the money is all there. Now, let me see the ladies and bring them out, in a line.
Okay, if you would like our relationship to be more intimate, why don't you tell me why you look so familiar?
Oh, probably because I go all over the world buying and selling ladies.
I want you to prove to me that you're not going to betray my trust.
Falling. Oh, Hallie, you're supposed to catch me.
No, Anatasha will catch you.
Oh.
She's in the scene with you.
Oh, okay. Well, show me some ladies and I'll show you. I'll do anything you need.
Okay, I'm going to bring out the ladies. I want you to touch their titties.
Okay, I'd be happy to. I've done it a lot and all over the world. Okay, these are the ladies. Why did you dress them? This is not, what are they wearing?
Gray, I think I buy you. I think that you're a great actor. That was brilliant.
Oh, you were buying me in that scene?
No, I just mean I buy the performance. I really do. I think you're a great actor.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I thought I was the one buying the ladies, but if you were buying me, then I would have acted totally differently.
Look at him. He's so method. He's so in it.
Wow. That was, I got to tell you, I felt like I was watching a James Gandolfini scene. I thought I was watching the
guy from Lord of the Rings?
Christopher Walken scene.
Yeah, I felt like I was across from Daniel Day-Lewis. That was, I'm honored, honestly.
Anatasha, you looked exactly like Willem Dafoe just then in that scene. I could see you.
Oh my God, I was channeling him. That's crazy.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
And now, is it Willem or William? I've always been confused.
Willem.
I'll bet you he changed his name when he joined one of the unions.
Yeah.
Because is Willem even really a name?
I know. And and then I was also impressed because every time I would hear that, let's get it started in here, I was like, wow, I can't believe that's the same guy.
He's a man of many talents. Hallie, have you ever been in one of these drama programs or had any interest in getting on stage in this way?
Yeah, if I'm honest, I used to always do properties, and sometimes I helped out with makeup just because I wanted to be a part, but I couldn't, I don't have the self-esteem to audition and to not see my name on the list once all the roles are assigned. I don't have it in me to that rejection you were mentioning. I can't do it.
You know, you really got a good face though.
Really?
Yeah, I think you have a great face for the camera. You really do.
Really? Well, I always thought maybe my haircut's too specific because, I shave it back here on my scruff and it's shaved all the way up to the top of my crown. And that's where I have about an inch of a shelf of hair there. And then it cuts starkly down the side. So, here in the front, my hair is long enough to touch my clavicles, but in the back, it's shaved all the way up to the crown. It's a dramatic cut. And as you can see, all the underneath part is dark. And then all the top part around my face is, platinum blonde. And sometimes I add in, a little bit of red highlight. So I thought my hair was a little too specific and I wouldn't be able to be a versatile look. Like you, I could see you playing everyone from Willem Dafoe to that really cute dog in Space Jam.
It really pays to be neutral, to be a neutral, average-looking person with a completely forgettable haircut and a forgettable face. The amount of times that people they do not recognize me. They can meet me 10 times. And they'll remember my weird name, but they will not remember my face. I am like a blank slate to them. And I think that puts me in a significant position to play any character. Now, that having been said, all they got to do is take your little blonde, platinum streaks, everything. They'll do pin curls. They'll put a little hairnet on there, and they can wig you and make you look like anybody. But you're so beautiful that you probably couldn't play somebody ugly.
Oh, wow.
I can play ugly. That's one thing. I can play ugly.
Oh, I beg to differ. I think you could play handsome. I think you could play handsome real well. You're a handsome gal.
Thank you. I would rather be handsome for an hour than beautiful for a decade.
Wow.
Really? Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's an interesting thought. I just have always wondered if I did do acting or something. Of course, I wouldn't because I find actually actors to be a bit, whatever. But I just wonder if they could make up me to look bad because a lot of times I'll go into Starbucks, say, and people will be like, I thought that was Chris Pine.
Oh, really?
Oh, that happens to me all the time.
Wow.
It's very strange to me that you're single. And you know what? I actually have a website that I think might help change that.
Oh,
really? Well, I'm technically not single.
What?
I guess I do have.
Oh,
I do have a lady friend, yeah, Tifa, and we're pretty serious. Although right now I am rather busy.
wow. I did not know that you had a lady friend.
Yeah, she's my girlfriend, fiance. I mean, beau. I don't know how we don't really define it, but it's definitely exclusive.
wow.
I was wondering because, I have a lady friend, but she's like a friend who's a lady. I have girlfriends. They're friends who are girls, but they're not like my girlfriends. Or at least we don't label it.
And you met them through your mom?
Yeah. And they're all my mom's age.
I'm Holly Laurent playing Hallie Levant, and that over there, that's Greg Hess playing Gray Haas. If you would like the Mega VIP treatment and listen ad-free, just go to mega.supercast.com. We would love it if you did. Become a member. Do it. It'll feel so good.
Speaking of Supercast, it's a great time to join. There's a free trial, and that is the best way to make sure that Mega keeps going. You know, you'll get your 4 to 6 episodes per month ad-free, including a behind-the-scenes podcast that we make. And really, it is the way we keep going. So please consider a Supercast membership. A very special thanks to our founding members. That's Bobby and Betty, Nana and T-Pop, Adrian O, Kristen A, and Anonymous. You know who you are. See you next time.